In this video, I'm going to be going over all the bugs and glitches that are going to affect comp. So I want to bring awareness to all of these before game modes come out in season 3, which I assume will be in March. So the first bug I showed in the last video, it is the Trickless Air Bug. It is very bad if people want to fake like a clip or something, but in actual spot battle, I don't think we need to worry about it, but I'm sure this will get fixed fairly quickly. So let's go down to the stadium. I'm going to show off the same thing as my last video. So the first thing you want to do is get a 4x multiplier. So let's get that quickly. Next, you want to get as much points as you can going off something. So I do 3 hard tail walk and spin with a pre-wind. You want to go back to your marker right before you hit the ground. And then when you run off a ledge and press Y, you do a trickless air and it gives you a ton of points. You can see how this would be broken and could be used to fake scores. You can't really do this in spot battle because you can't do it in a run. Maybe you could, I don't know, if you started the game after you went back to your marker, it still might work. Just with the slight chance that it could be used in spot battle, we need to get this fixed ASAP before game modes and leaderboards come out. The next thing we're going to talk about is some really annoying competitive bugs. So the first one, this has been driving me nuts for forever. I've been asking to get it fixed, still not fixed. I think it's like mechanically one of the most important things in the game. It should be fixed, like should be priority. So the bug is when you land in a normal nose manual or a fakie manual, it causes you to bail when you do a trick. Not sure why, but I have a fix for it and I know like how to avoid it. So obviously fakie manual, I don't bail doing a trick, right? But if I do my trick quickly when I land in it, as you can see there, it just makes me bail off my board. So I did a 360 hard flip to fakie manual, and I did a 360 inward there, and it just didn't show on the screen, and it just made me bail. The reason is I land in the manual, and when you do it too quickly in the manual, it'll cause you to fall off your board like that. I think it has to be bigger tricks, so like kick flips don't work. Yeah, see? I did a 360 hard flip there and a mage C bail. The workaround to it is you just let your manual hold longer and you won't bail off it. Or you could do it at the same, well, if you incorporate your auto reverting. So let's say I'm doing my normal tricks. This is nose manual, so it shouldn't ever do it, right? Because it's only fakie manual and normal nose manual. But the second you add a bottom in, it'll cause you to bail sometimes. But the trick is when you're doing the bottom tricks, if you're doing the trick while reverting, it won't mess up like what you're doing. Like it won't make you bail. But if you don't do it while reverting, it'll cause you to bail. So you'll see all my bottoms, I like pop them while reverting just because yeah, it just stops you from bailing. Very handy. But like when I screw up my tricks and I will let's say do this and then accidentally 180 and land a nose manual, when I go to do my trick, like I still try to trick quickly and it'll make me bail there. So like it ruins a lot of runs that I do on like throw down on the spot, where if that didn't bail, I would just do another 180 and correct myself and still hit a decent score. That should be number one. Like you should never be bailing. I've seen so many videos of newbier people or realistic players doing it without realizing. I can pretty consistently avoid it or make it happen with all the practice I've been doing. So that I think should be the number one fix. You should make reports on this because this is like, yeah, game breaking for competitive. So the next thing I want to talk about is 360s. You can look at all my clips and everything. You'll notice something. I just want to go into the logic of the game, right? You can pre-wind, do a 360, right? Clean. Now, when we incorporate the auto reverting, I'm not going to pre-wind, but I'm going to do my 180. I'm putting both my analog sticks in the same direction. It does the auto revert, right? You'll see I'm getting 360, right? I'm doing a 270 reverting the 90, right? Now we're going to do the same thing from fakie nose manual, okay? I'm going to pop my trick and do 270 revert the 90. Look, it says 360 there, right? The next thing is I'm going to do it from manual to manual, which you will see in all my clips. It does the same thing. We got 360 from manual to landing and from like popping to landing, right? Now if I do it from manual to manual, look, it only says 180, but I'm actually spinning the same as I would both other ways. So wouldn't you think that should count as a 360? In all my runs, I'm losing 100 points on every 360 trick. That's why you'll see a lot of people doing the Skate 2 comp because right now my method of comp is actually not giving full points. You would add 100 per, like for every trick I'm doing. On my runs on some of these on the spot maps, I'm doing like 20 tricks, right? So that would add 2,000 points to all my scores if they fix this. Whereas the people doing this, like Luke, this would be obsolete if they added that. Right now, they're actually equal. They give the same amount of points. The only thing is my method actually gains you speed, so you have a better way of controlling speed, consistently make your points count, right? But he incorporates both to gain speed, which is good because his method is a lot easier to control. So if you're in a tight area, you won't hit things, whereas me, I just gonna have to keep trying and trying till I hit the perfect run. The next bug I'm going to show you, this is kind of weird to show because of multiplier, but so I'm going to show you tricks repeating that don't make sense. Let's get our 2x multiplier. A 360 hard flip with 2x, 600, right? A normal hard flip with 2x, 400. Just keep that in mind, right? How the repeat system works in this game is you can do 2 tricks twice without being penalized. So you'll get 400 twice for your hard flip and 600 twice for your 360 hard flip. Well, right now in the game, that actually isn't true. Luke and Smokey, I forget which one, but one of them found this the other day. I'm gonna get my 2x multiplier again, so let's get that real quick. So 360 hard flip, I did it once, I did it twice. They both gave 600. I'm gonna do a third time. That's 75%, went down to 450. You saw that, right? So my normal hard flip should be 400. Oh, no, it's 200. It's only half points. This is actually counting as the same trick as the hard flip when you're talking about repeats. Every inward hard flip, nollie inward heel flip, and nollie hard flip, they're all counting as repeats. So you'll notice in a lot of my runs, I actually don't do these tricks anymore. Like in my earlier videos, I was doing these, but I cut them out because we found this. Luke and Smokey. This isn't the only trick that it does it with. Also, your pop shove-its are counted as repeats with your 360 shove-its. So I'm going to get my 2x multiplier and show that now. So now 360 pop shove gives 400. A pop shove-it should give 300, right? You see that? Okay, let's get our 2x multiplier again. 360 pop shove-it gives 400. 400. So a pop shove-it should get 300, right? Wrong. 225. It takes off points. So all these are repeats. So this needs to get fixed ASAP. Like, they're different tricks. They're not the same. These should not be repeats. So now we've gone over the Trickless Air Bug, the bailing, the 180s, and the repeats. There's another thing that kind of annoys me because I want this to count because of skate. So in game, if you pre-wind, do your trick, you can get a 360, right? Well, if you add tapping one of the triggers in to do a stale fish or a mute grab, you do 540, right? Wrong. It says 360 still. This should count as a 540 in my book. I am doing a 450, reverting the rest to get 540. Like, this should be, like, it's the same with this. You're doing 270, you're getting your full 180 plus a 90. I'm getting my full 360 plus a 90 with the tapping. Like, look, I'm past the halfway point on that extra 180. It should be 540. If you can, report these bugs in the forums or whatever, because these really need to get fixed. Like, even the faking manual and normal nose manual, that should be like priority. It's a game mechanic. Like, that's the core of the game. I see people all the time bailing, doing tricks. It's just, they don't even know what's happening, right? Like, I talk to so many people and really, it does that? I've never had that happen to me. I'm like, actually you have, you just don't notice it because you're not doing tricks as often as me. When I'm doing a run and I'm like doing everything to perfection, things that are weird stand out more, if that makes sense to me, just because I'm really focusing on my run and all the tricks I'm doing. So I'm thinking about doing some more competitive tutorials. If you really want competitive to shine, we need all these things fixed when it comes out in season 3. But yeah, that's it for the video, guys. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm thinking about doing another competitive tutorial, more advanced on how to do bottoms. So if you want any things added to that video for help competitive, if you're not getting something in my last competitive tutorial, say now. I could try to sneak it in. We'll see. Peace out, guys.